Ways to invest in stocks as beginner. Part 3. Ways to invest in stocks as beginner. Part 3. There are also some factors that can negatively impact my perception of a company. 1. Customer concentration. When a company's revenue and continued success is largely tied to a few key customers, don't want anything over 10%, although many young companies have this and eventually grow out of it. Examples: $SSTI or $ever. 2. Market loser. Companies that have continuously lost to the market over time typically don't make very good growth investments, unless there is a compelling reason that they will turn their performance around. $JMIA or $Uber are examples of this. 3. Risk of disruption. As a long-term investor, I don't want to invest in companies whose industries have significant risk of disruption. $F or $XOM. 4. Outside control. I am also concerned by companies whose success is reliant on factors outside of their control, such as government spending or a strong economy in order to be successful. Example: $SSTI largely sells to cities right now, so they rely on government spending. 5. Antitrust concerns. $AAXN, $GOOG, $AMZN, etc. Not too worried about this one, as this typically demonstrates the company's strong moat and leadership, but it is just worth noting. 6. Fragile balance sheet. Lots of debt and little cash with unclear future. $JMIA, $CVNA. 7. Reliance on a single event. If a single patent rejection or lawsuit could entirely change my perception of the company, I don't want to be invested. Examples are young biotechs. 8. High levels of dilution. Not a deal breaker, but ideally not happening. $SQ, $Roku, $DOCU. 9. International risk. It is also worth noting when companies have significant currency risk, $STNE, or are based in a developing country or a country that has trade issues with the United States of America like $BABA or $PDD. 10. Growth by acquiring. Would prefer an innovative culture. The biggest factor, overall, however, my number one thing I look for in a company is recurring revenue. I want companies that keep customers coming back through subscriptions, $DDOG, or transactions, $MA. These companies often have strong pricing power and a defensible future. This framework for investing comes largely from lessons I have learned from I cannot thank these wonderful investors enough for all the lessons that they have taught me and continue to teach me every day. Very insightful. Do you also pay attention to valuation charts? I pay attention to valuation some. Dollar shop and dollar TSLA are very high right now, and I would never buy dollar NKLA right now, but the best companies are always overvalued like dollar AMZN or dollar NFLX. That's okay. I really like your approach and method. It is fairly robust and detailed in itself. I just want to know how you tackle the demon of valuation, as that was the only missing piece. Thanks. This is a great thread, especially for a young investor. One piece of advice: don't lose sight of expectations. Many companies with qualities you describe tend to surprise or exceed expectations over time, but some of the ones listed have very high expectations. Just be prepared for volume 2. Thank you for the advice, and I definitely agree. I am not actually invested in all of the companies listed, just some of them, and I am only investing enough money so that I am comfortable with some volatility. Good to know. Seems like you're getting started the right way. Subscribe to get more.